Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my lovely Gemini, for June 2017. So it's for you, Gemini, for June 2017. The 9th of June is going to be quite interesting and rather important date for you, or especially for those of you who have been focusing on a certain particular person, who are focusing on someone who just came to an end with a certain spiritual journey with yourself. For example, I'm referring to, for those of you that have been like fancying someone or like focusing on someone, like on I'm referring to those of you who were kind of keep on thinking about a certain person in your life, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-partner, and that particular person is not the right person for you. That particular person is somebody who you had a certain karma with, and your particular spiritual journey came to an end with this particular person. And it's not only about you it's not only about this particular journey coming to an end with this person, but it's about you realizing you're just going to have like a moment of realization on the 9th of June when you're going to realize that it's just time to basically move on. And it's not only about you realizing it's time to move on from this particular person, but it's also the big realization, maybe it is just going to be, it's going to come in form of a slight disappointment. You're also equally going to feel like disappointed, and equally you're going to think that that person hasn't got as much substance as much as you thought that I had. So there is also going to be like a slightly realization, but the bottom line here is that you're going to realize it's time to move on, and you will know why. You will just literally know why is it time to move on, and why do you think that that particular person hasn't got a substance within them. And it's really good to actually realize something like this. Sometimes people can actually fancy someone, people can like someone, people can be crazy about someone without even realizing. You can be in love with somebody without you even realizing. You can have a really deep feeling for someone that you are not even realizing. And sometimes you just want to move on. You just want to go like on a certain stage in your life. You just want to try new thing, different people, but you might not even realize that this person is still at the back of your mind, and subconsciously you may think, oh, I will get back to them at some point, and that's why it's very important to realize this, to come to actually face this realization and just move on. Because if we focus on someone like this who we shouldn't focus on, it can actually prevent us from opening towards other people, and it can actually prevent that the right person, somebody very meaningful, walking into our lives or walking into your lives. And that's why it's very important to actually come to this realization. Another day that I would like you to pay attention to is the 16th of June. 16th of June is a very important day also, because you are going to have a little moment over there, and that particular moment that you are going to have, it's going to be really interesting, because you are going to come to a certain realization about what you want to do in your life. You're going to realize something, and that particular realization is going to come to you out of the blue. Also on the 16th of June, it is going to be the day when you will want to spend a little bit of time with yourself, a little bit of time with your own thoughts. You will want to think. It is going to be a very deep day in general. I'm not trying to make it paranoid or anything like that. Very deep day. It's actually really good. When I say very deep day, I mean that you will feel very spiritual, you will feel very deep, and you will actually have this feeling of recharging. You will want to recharge yourself by being a little bit by yourself, by being a little bit with your own thoughts, and by being very deep with your own thoughts. And what does that mean? It means that there is a very interesting realization going to just float towards you. Very interesting realization. It is going to come out of the blue completely, but it is some kind of very interesting idea going to come out of it. And that particular idea, it is going to lean towards you wanting to try new things in life. You wanting to try different things in life, okay? And the third important date but also the 29th of June is really going to be important for those of you who are waiting for some kind of change at work, for those of you who are waiting for some kind of, changes, some kind of challenges, some kind of like a new direction, some kind of new beginnings. It's a very good, actually, this is going to be a very good day for those of you who are waiting to, just to move on from a set, from a square number 1 to square number 2, or for those of you who are waiting for a certain task. However, the 29th of June, will be very important because there is the certain task that you will be facing, and that particular task is going to be connected to your work, whether you work for yourself, whether you work for somebody else, whether you're self-employed, it doesn't matter. This particular task is going to be very interesting because there is also something else going to come out of it later on, and you're really going to enjoy yourself. Number 3 will be very prominent number when it comes to your June reading. Number 3 is all about you feeling that particular connection with yourself again, and it's all about inspiration, and it's all about creativity. So June is going to be the month when you're going to also feel very creative, very creative, and the energy is going to be coming back. And for those of you that have been lacking in energies, for those of you that have been feeling really tired, and that has been going on for the last 10 months at least, this is the month of June when the things are going to have like a slight turning point, but especially when it comes to your feeling, your general feeling, because this is going to be the month when you're not going to only start feeling much better within yourself in general, but it's just you're going to feel very inspirational. You will want to do things, you will want to start new things, you will want to like do as much as you can, and this is a very good feeling in general. Okay, so let me just start with basically with your health also. Another thing, what I was going to say, in general health, your health is going to be good, and this is also very important for those of you that have been very active and you would get tired really quickly, or you wouldn't even need to be very active, you would just feel like the draining of energy was very enhanced, you see. So for those of you that have been feeling very tired and very negative like that because of that, you see, this is the month when you actually in general you just got your energy levels are going to be much better. Okay, on another hand, what else I was going to say, there is just going to be a slight feeling of anxiety, nothing too crazy, nothing too much, but there is just going to be slight feeling of anxiety that you will have throughout June 2017, but this is only because you will be facing certain things, you will be facing new situations, and especially when it comes to the first part of June 2017, there is the certain situation that you are going to be facing. That particular certain situation that you're going to be facing, and it's going to be connected to your work, it's going to be connected to the young man, it's going to be connected to the younger man, somebody very smart, somebody very clever, somebody very intelligent, somebody very professional, somebody really nice, somebody you can't really dislike, or you can't really hate this particular person, you see. So there is the certain task that you're going to have, that you will be facing, and that particular task is going to manifest itself at around the beginning of June 2017. If you are, for example, retired and you're not working, this is exactly what is going to happen to you. For those of you that are retired, you will basically also be facing something new, some new challenge, some new task that you're going to be facing at the beginning of June, and it is going to feel like something very interesting, something that you really want to do, something that you really want to start. Just remember, the whole month is going to be a very creative month, very good month. You will surprise yourself with the things that you want to do. This is also going to be followed straight away at the beginning of June, that you will be literally, you will surprise yourself with a certain new direction. You will just kind of start floating towards the new direction in life. You see, something that you wouldn't think about before, something that it wouldn't come to you before, you see, and you will surprise surprise yourself. And just remember, this is all connected to that number 3. Number 3 is again really, really powerful number, very spiritual number, and very important number when it comes to not only our creativity, but when it comes to our own awakening, you know, our own awakening. And it's not only that, it's the whole new direction. You see, this is why I think this is really important. If you are retired, as I said, you're also going to be facing a certain challenge, so it all depends what you do. For example, if you are, you know, if you're going like on a certain meetings, or if you're where you go to meet people, if you have a certain hobby, if it all depends on what you focus in your life. And also if you're at university, college, and you're learning things, there is also the whole new direction going to be revealed to you, you see. And this may not seem as huge, but this is just going to be like a tiny little thing that is just going to kind of make you wonder, oh yeah, I like this, you see, oh yeah, that might make sense, but you wouldn't just think about that before. And this is why June is going to be like, what, wonderful for you, you see. And also, there is a very good news about the family member. There is a certain family member that you're going to have, a male family member, somebody that means to you really a lot, very mature person, very powerful person, very wise person, very, very good accomplishment that person is going to have, and you are actually going to hear about it. And bear in mind that this particular person also was dealing with a certain issues, was dealing with a certain problems that was connected completely to something that was like a coming out of the bad news or a negative news, and that particular person was like a kind of worrying for a while, was not in the right place of mind, and you of course know this, and now that person is also going to have a very, very good achievement and very good news. And also he's also going to be kind of turning himself towards like the right direction, and you're just going to be feeling automatically much, much better, like, oh, thank God, you know, because this person means to you quite a lot. On another hand, if this is not a family member, and keep on saying, if somebody's a very, very, very good friend of yours, if somebody's been in your life for such a long time, the energy is just like a family member. It's like a family, it's a family member. So it could be somebody that has been in your life for a really long time, and you love this person to bits, you're emotionally connected to this person, so the good news that person is going to have, it's going to make you feel really delighted about yourself. And it also just shows how beautiful signs you are. You're not selfish people whatsoever. You are very sensitive, and you do like to think about other people, and you worry about other people quite a lot, okay? And also, it's just one little more warning, you know, when it comes to like this period in between the beginning of June towards the mid-June, and especially towards the mid-June, it's very enhanced that do not there is going to be like some kind of decision, okay? And this is driving me nuts because I don't know how to explain this. This is going to be important. The certain decision, you will be almost rushed, like pushed towards, oh, make this decision. Do not make any decisions in the mid-June 2017. I would not make any big decisions or anything like that, because I can clearly see that somebody is going to rush you, to push you towards a certain decision, but that particular decision that they want you to make, that he wants you to make, that she wants you to make, is not the best decision for you. It's only one-sided. To them, from that side, it's a good decision. For them, it's good. For them, it's positive. But when it comes to you, when it comes to your side, this would affect you. On your side is dark, on their side is light, and that's why I want you to know, to understand, to not to make any big decisions when it comes to mid-June 2017, because almost as if somebody is going to try to trick you into something, but not necessarily like completely like evil or completely negative or anything like that, just like a little bit naughty. So that's why I just need you to not to make any decisions, because that decision that you would make would not be good. You would be rushed into it and you would regret later on. So I'm just, you know, it's just like a little warning. Any decisions that you want to make, I wouldn't necessarily make them in June, especially if it's connected to what you do, and especially if it's connected to your life in general. You know, I would probably wait for July for something like that. And also, but following after that point, you see the mid-June also is just going to feel like the mid-June is probably going to be the best time for you. Honestly, it is going to be the best time for you. I already said that you will feel like really deep. You will have like again like a hermit type like a period, very deep, very important, very powerful. It depends when it happens, it depends how it happens, and the way it's happening in your life, the way it's happening to you, it's going to be very, very very powerful, actually, I have to say, because that particular idea is going to be born, that particular thought is going to come to you. So you're going to feel like you will want to spend a little bit of time with yourself. You will feel like you want to recharge your batteries. We all feel like that sometimes. We all have a time like that. It all depends why these particular feelings happen. It happens because our subconscious mind, our spirit, and our spiritual journey came to the point when we have to kind of dig into ourselves, dig within our own spirituality, within our own power, within our own subconscious mind, and try to find out what the angels, spirits, our spirit guides are trying to let us know. What is the direction that they're trying to push us towards, you see. So this is why this is so important, because it's that mid-June, probably this most spiritual time in the whole year when it comes to you guys. So it's very important, because there's that little information that you will have, that little idea that you will have, that is just going to make sense. It is going to be like a tiny idea that you are going to have, but it's just going to seem like huge. It is just, you will just be able to put all the things together, and each day as it goes from the mid-June towards, to the rest of the year, each day this particular idea is going to make more sense. It's also going to be about your creativity again, about the new beginning, about the new direction in life, and it's just all going to make sense to you later on. But as I said, it's going to be the tiny idea, the tiniest little idea that is just going to grow into something beautiful. Okay, and also it is actually the time, the mid-June, it's also going to be the time when there is the certain money, and an unexpected amount of money is also going to come towards you. And that unexpected amount of money is actually going to, of course, surprise you, and it is going to be a really good thing, of course. It's always good, isn't it? And also, after that, after the mid-June 2017, after that meaningful experience that you are going to have, after that hermit mode that you are going to have, it is actually going to, your life is going to feel like some kind of adventure. So this is a very important time, because this all shows about your current state of mind and about the state of mind, and it's important for all of you that have been feeling down, all of you that have been feeling disconnected. It's important for all of you that have been feeling a little bit depressed, all of you that have lost kind of the actual direction that you're going towards to, all of you that haven't been feeling that right. You see, this is just going to be such an amazing time, because your life is going to make sense the way you would want it to make sense. You will be able to feel yourself, and to feel your happiness, and to feel your future, and to recognize your future in the way you always used to. You see, some of you have kind of lost, the certain sense of direction, and that particular and you've lost passion with that, and that particular certain direction and the passion that you have lost, it's going to come back to you throughout June, but especially at around the mid-June. I think this is going to be absolutely amazing, because there is the task. You're gonna also end up with a certain task, that you're actually going to take on, and you will realize that there is going to be realization, and this is also going to be towards the end of June 2017, that there is going to be the realization that something is going to take you much longer to do. Something that you waited for a really long time is going to take you much longer to do, but also you are going to have a really good news about the particular thing, and this is something very personal. This is something that is to do with your personal life, something that you waited for a really long time, but you just weren't too sure when it's the right time. There is a certain realization that the time it's actually, you need to be a bit more patient. You need to be a bit more patient, okay? But it's going to be okay, because most certainly you are on the right track. Most certainly you are on the right journey indeed. you will feel very creative, and I really like this month indeed. You see, when it comes to you and your own creativity, I would highly suggest, you see, because this boosts your creativity even more, and it's this beautiful Amazonite, okay, pendant, and you can get Amazonite pendant from my website. It's very, very good because it helps you to get in touch with your own spirit guides, with your own guardian angels, but also it helps you to be more creative and more creative. So in the time of creativity, this is absolutely precious little crystal to have. And also when it comes to health, I already mentioned that there is going to be a little bit of anxious, a little bit of anxiety going on, and this is only because you will be, in general, the work is going to be quite busy, but there is a lot going to be going on through your mind. There are lots of new things and lots of new little directions in life that you will be thinking about, and that's why I'm saying it's just a little bit of anxiety that you will have, and a little bit of anxiety is not too bad, but the best way to deal with anxiety or stress or anything like that is to get maybe like a black tourmaline. I know I'm always about black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is probably one of the most powerful crystals, especially when it comes to our own protection against all sorts of negative energies, because when we are affected by negative energies, which could be like a stress, when we are stressed, when we are anxious and things like that, then our own personal energies can be a bit more vulnerable to other energies around us, and that's where we can be more vulnerable in general. And that's why I would suggest highly for anxiety, stress and things like that to wear like a black tourmaline. You can also get this from my website. And also what I was going to say, at the end of June 2017, it's like basically there is somebody that is going to come through, somebody that is going to come back. It's the person from your past, it's a friend from your past, somebody very nice, somebody who you love to bits, somebody who hasn't been in your life for a while, somebody who means to you a lot. Your life journeys went separated ways. It all depends what happened with this particular person. However, somebody from your past, a friend, a really good friend, somebody who means to you a lot, it's going to be back, and you're going to feel absolutely fantastic after that point. And also I can say to you that at the end of June 2017, you're also going to have a lot of socializing when it comes to your friends, and lots of socializing when it comes to your friends, and I can see you going out a lot, and I can also actually see you spending time with your family. I can see you spending time with your family and friends, and I can see actually that this is going to be the perfect time, especially for those of you who wanted to spend the time with your family or friends and you just didn't have a time, or you just couldn't, or you were just waiting for the right time. So that's why this is going to mean to you quite a lot, because there is also going to be a certain realization that you are going to have at around this time. It is very important to have friends. It is very important to have, to see family if you have family, to spend the time with them and to spend the time with your friends, because it's an invaluable time. And it's not only about that, it's this beautiful exchange of energies. And what happens with this beautiful exchange of energies, there is an exchange of beautiful ideas. There's an exchange of ideas, and this is why it's important to spend the time with our friends and family, especially if we haven't seen them in a while. And this is what I think that this is going to be the case. But also there is going to be on another hand, what I was going to say is that basically you will be thinking about certain education quite a lot at the end of June 2017. Certain education, new direction. Certain education, new direction. This is going to be in your mind quite a lot. This will be a part of you. It is going to be very enhanced, and it is going to be very important, because you will actually surprise yourself. New stage for you guys. It's coming up, and that particular new stage that is coming up is going to be connected to the new journey when it comes to your own personal learning, when it comes to you being ready to go on that next stage, next step in life. Okay. And also, what I was going to say is that I just need you to be kind of very, very careful, because there is like also going to be a little bit disappointment with somebody, whether you are at work or whether you are, if you're working, for example, then this person, I feel, is going to be at around your work area, and I need you to be careful, because somebody is going to take an advantage from you, of you, so I need you to be really careful. So I will say what I always say when I see something like this, when I see like a little snake in the grass, you already, if you have a black tourmaline, that's fantastic. But on another hand, if I do see somebody very negative, somebody try to take an advantage from you, somebody try to steal some kind of your idea, especially when it comes to your work, I just need you to keep certain things to yourself, like especially when it comes to your personal life, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your ideas and things like that. Just keep your ideas to yourself throughout June 2017, but you will actually realize who this person is that is trying to take like some kind of advantage from you. So that's like a little warning I want to say. If you're at college, university, it's still the same. There is still somebody that is just going to be around you at the end of June 2017 that is just not going to be too honest. I just need you to keep things to yourself. And if you are retired, for example, at the end of June, watch for this person. Watch for this person. It could be absolutely anyone. Somebody will try to take an advantage from you. Somebody. So that's why I'm saying that also the end of June wouldn't be the best time to buy anything new or to sign anything really big and new, because of this particular person is going to be around. On another hand, just keep personal things to yourself. Keep anything to do with your finances to yourself. Keep your own personal things and personal ideas or anything like that to yourself, and that will probably be the best thing to do. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed. And also, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share me on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you like. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.